What's up, second cousins out there? How y'all doing tonight? We got a package in the mail, Pich. Yeah.
We received an L.
Orlando Magic, a valiant effort to fight back from a 25-point deficit, but it wasn't enough. End up falling to the Grizzlies, 123 to 115.
Mm-hmm.
Something there, but it was too much. It was too much. The Grizzlies always seem to have an answer. Couldn't quite fight back.
The Grizzlies, got up a lot, and then they just kind of went to sleep a little bit, and they allowed us to come back because our guys kept fighting, to their credit, and wanted to get back in this game, and did, and enough to, make it interesting and make them have to work a little bit down the stretch. I think we cut it as low as 6.
Yeah.
Which is good. It kind of made them panic a little bit.
I think as low as 8, yeah.
And that's good. We made them kind of work a little bit at the end when they shouldn't have had to.
A little bit.
Somebody needs to humble the Memphis Grizzlies, but I know someone in the Western Conference will do it during the playoffs, so I'm not too worried about it.
There's lots of shit talk coming, ladies and gentlemen. Just stick around.
I mean, there doesn't need to be a ton. I mean,
No.
They're talented, but they're young and they're way too brash, and they're acting as if they have Steph Curry-like numbers of trophies and MVPs, and they haven't done shit yet, so they need to settle.
They beat us at our own game. They beat us in the paint, Peach. They beat us on the boards. That's the strength of our team, and we saw what a really dynamic team who has been playing together for a while. This core has been together at least 2 years. Steven Adams has been around for 2 years. Some of these guys have been playing together for 3 years now. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely a group that knows where they're going to be. They're stretching the limits of what they can do as a team, and they're fucking really, they're good. They are very good. But yes, we could have played better. We really let it go in the second quarter. That's kind of the tail of the game. 43 to 23, lost that second quarter.
Yeah, the first quarter nobody was scoring, and it was a weird game.
Yeah,
low scoring, but that's fine. We're in it. And then in the second quarter things just got away. I don't know. Not a lot was really working for me in our squad in that first half. But we only saw 5 minutes of Jalen Suggs, 7 minutes of Mo Bamba. It was sort of like, are those guys cool, or you just didn't like what you saw?
Mo Bamba, I guess. On
it's a weird number of minutes.
He's a young man.
Yeah.
And as you say, we got beat so badly in the paint. You think we could use a 7-foot body there? But I mean, David Steele described it as the nightmare second quarter. I think for me, it's really comes down to we needed more from everybody, but we needed more from the bench tonight. The depth is where we should be able to outplay teams with Ja Morant sitting on the bench. But you had the bench numbers, Peach. We got outscored 31 to 42. And if you take out T. Ross's 14, who got hot there a little bit towards the end of the third, especially with a couple threes, then we're really hurting. Mm-hmm. I think, you said bespectacled Cole. Biggest struggle of the game, I would say. He
didn't shoot well tonight.
Didn't shoot well. He's getting used to the new shades, though, dude.
I know. I don't know if that's going to be a permanent thing, or he's just.
What are you thinking, Cole? Let us know in the comments. What's going on with the shades? Are you trying a new look? Maybe it's a better feel?
I know every once in a while when you're wearing contacts, sometimes if you get they'll tell you, hey, can you not wear your contacts for a few days to let your eyes breathe?
Oh.
So it could be something as simple as that.
Okay.
But for me, I would always put them in at go time. I don't know if I could make the adjustment to wearing glasses again at this point in my life. But, whatever works. And let's hope the glasses aren't having the same effect that the fro was having on. If so, let's go back to let's get some contacts in there.
Another guy who started cold but then came on strong was Franz Wagner.
Yep. Wasn't
sure how the time off was going to do Franz as he was taking his 1-game vacation. At first, it looked like, man, it's got him out of rhythm, but then came on strong in the fourth, ended with 22. I mean, Paulo came on, put the team on his back in the third. Those guys kind of swapped duties there, and swap duties, you get that? And then, but it wasn't enough.
Right.
It wasn't enough in the end.
Nope. No, it was not. It just didn't. Some of the things you pointed out, Gary Harris only having 6 points seems weird. I mean, for how active and how much you saw him around the ball. But like I had said before, when he was out and we were getting Chuma, it was like, okay, Chuma's adding nothing on offense, but he's being a hell of a defensive stopper. And now in this game, this is a Chuma-like effort from Gary, where he really didn't contribute much on the offensive side, but still doing work on the defensive end, and it's still key and still worthy of the minutes that he gets.
I don't want to talk too much about Gary, or as Nadra liked to remind me during the game, pretty eyes. Gary Harris has pretty eyes.
Okay, want to watch that. Just keep an eye on it.
Gary, you're getting nowhere near my lady. If you want to hang, we can hang out. We can have a beer. She's not coming, bro. She's not coming. It did feel like he was more active. How about that call? Remember when he got a technical for just doing one of these?
I can't with this.
Just league. The casual?
I can't with this league. You got guys hopping up and down, screaming and yelling at refs after calls, and Gary Harris goes like this and gets a T.
Just didn't say anything.
I'm going to guess that maybe Gary had been saying stuff to lead to this. Otherwise, this is outrageous.
No. But look at the rest. Look at the track record of the refereeing, how this game was called.
That head referee is garbage.
Weird. There was the stoppage at the end. I'm not saying these things benefit one way or the other.
Well, they would have us. We had some momentum going. The game was in a good flow. And then all of a sudden, they shut it down to look at something. And they shut it down to look at a ball that clearly hit the rim.
Remember at the end of the second quarter when they missed the kickball? I forget who it went off. Maybe Tyus Jones' foot. Kickball into a pass, gets a hockey assist into the corner. Makes the three.
Yep.
And then the second one
carry
came down.
Big carry by Ja.
Yeah, and then, again, open three in the corner. I mean, we got to be defending the three-point line a little bit better tonight.
Yeah, at the time those went down, it went from being a 16-point lead to a 22-point lead. Didn't seem like a big deal, even though it kind of was.
Yeah.
And then in the end, when you look at the end down the stretch, you're like, man, it would have been nice to have those 2 threes back. Because if this game was 6 points better.
21-23. Yeah, then that's we're really getting exciting at the end of the game. That was tough. Definitely an oddly refereed call, but those go either way.
I've got to imagine we've already seen that study that came out a while ago about the Magic getting some of the worst referees in the league because they feel like their games on television and
we get no respect.
Important. So we're kind of getting the lower level referees. You'd like to think that as we move up in the standings at some point, we'll start to get some better referees in here too that won't take shit. But to be fair, they weren't calling every ticky-tack foul on Ja Morant tonight. He didn't get to the line as much as he would normally get to. He got most of his points the old traditional way, just earning them. The only thing he didn't seem like he was shooting well from the outside on jump shots, but like you said when we were watching, he was just getting wherever he needed to get and throwing up some wacky shots that were going down. And it's like, there's no argument that he's a talent, arguably one of the top 5-10 players in the league. But this team's pretty dependent on him. I was impressed with Jaren Jackson tonight for them as well. Don't know if it's been a while since I've seen him play a full game. And it was impressive to see some of the stuff that he can do.
He's a talented two.
I don't feel like they're a super deep team. I feel like they're kind of 3 guys.
I feel like they're very beatable. Like shut down Ja, have a guy who can one-on-one with
Desmond Bain. They were missing tonight.
True.
I know
he's a good player.
He's a good player for them.
But Tyus Jones, he's a solid guard, and your best friend. We got to talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. Pich,
I've said
Dylan
this
Brooks.
on the show.
Dylan Brooks, the floor is yours.
I don't like him. He just. You look at him and you're just, I don't trust this guy. I don't like him. He seems like a scumbag. And as you watch him, you start to notice him doing scumbaggy
things.
Like it's all little things.
Yeah, just the head into someone's chest.
I don't think it's necessarily even in a Moritz way where like Moritz is trying to get under guys' skin. I think this guy is just a douche. Like, I think that's just who he is as a human man. He has basketball talent, like enough to make the NBA and play in the NBA.
And that gives you benefit.
But I think that like if he wasn't an NBA player, I think he'd just be one of those guys that like sits at home and roots for the Raiders and like is just a terrible human.
Raiders fans, I like you. I don't know what's going on with that.
Maybe the Vegas Raiders fans are different, but I'm talking about the traditional old school Oakland Raider fans.
Pich is starting the Dylan Brooks
hate club. There's a lot of fan clubs out there, but everyone doesn't want to talk about hate because hate's bad. I'm telling you what, hate is great. I've said it before.
He has said it before.
Hate is a great motivator for other people to rise above at all times. So
you're challenging Dylan Brooks right now to use the hate that you're providing.
It could make him a better player.
You're risking it.
Well, some because it goes either way. Either guys will get it and they'll rise above, or guys will collapse under the pressure of it.
That's what you're banking
on. And then
on.
people get told, "Oh, you shouldn't hate people because you're bullying." And it's like, but if my hate spreads the positivity, how come you can't? We got to look at hate both ways, people.
Oh, amazing.
It just shows you the breaking points of a human. That's all.
We've got one more, maybe more. I don't know. I have another tittillating.
He's always says one more thing. A whole college ruled notebook.
Hold on. I have questions for Mr. Tillman Sr.
All right.
What's Mr. Tillman Sr.? Xavier Tillman. Mr. Xavier Tillman Sr.
Yeah, weird.
How does the senior get on the back of the jersey? So you have the child, and then you put the senior on the back. I mean, what kind of like insecurities do we have to have to be like, no, I made another one. I'm gonna and I called him my name, and now I'm gonna put the senior on the back of my neck.
Like he goes by Junior. You're just Xavier Tillman Classic. Like you don't have to put it.
Does that mean is there another one? Is he maybe the second? But then when you
he would be the two. He'd be Junior.
What's with the senior, man? I mean, how tiny of a penis? I don't know. It's comedy.
Wow.
It's comedy, ladies and gentlemen. Calm down. All the juniors out there, like watching right now, I freaking hate Court Cousins. You know, Donald Jr. out there. It's
my dad's a junior, so watch yourself.
There you go. And he's a Patreon. We just lost the Patreon. I'm sorry. It's comedy, Uncle Bernie.
I mean, I'm all for doing that. It's just like, you know, if you're junior, you're junior. Or if you're the only one in the league, like when Ken Griffey Jr. joined the league, you need to be Ken Griffey Jr. because your dad also is in the league. And but he didn't put Ken Griffey Sr. on his jersey.
Right.
Because he was the original Ken Griffey. So, like, you know, rarely does basketball need to take notes from baseball because basketball's far better than baseball. But in this case, check yourself.
Oh, man. We're having fun with it. I mean, it did become an exciting game at the end, but there was a lot of doldrum in there where we were just getting blown out. They got hot from beyond the arc at the right time. Yeah, Pich knocked out.
Which is rare.
We kind of turned it into, once we started getting down a little bit, these shots early in the shot clock, hefting up threes.
Yes. Yeah, we weren't really running plays.
No, we let it become a 3-point contest.
Not into it.
That's not our game.
No, I'm not here to watch that. So
and we lost.
That was definitely the time frame when I'm like, if you guys are just going to do this, I'm just going to fall asleep because I don't really want to watch you guys just both shoot back and forth all the time. It's not fun. Like I said that once out loud where I was like, this isn't even fun. Like the game wasn't interesting to watch to me. But.
And so now, Pich, we're going on our West Coast road trip starting Saturday against the Warriors, Monday against the Kings, Tuesday, so back-to-back against the Trailblazers, Friday against Utah, Sunday against Denver. It goes on down to New Orleans. We're away for a while.
Yep.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough for you because the games will be later.
Yep.
They'll be right in my wheelhouse.
A lot of reactions from just Pich next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Solo Pich.
You're getting solo Pich.
Gotta sit.
But you can get both of us on Thursday, February 23rd. Come down for Court Cousins night, where we take on the hated now Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
We're going to be going down to the court afterwards, cutting down the net. We're doing a bunch of giveaways. We're all sitting together, dope seats. We're going to get some beers before. It's going to be a good time. We hope to see you there. Fivo.me/Court Cousins.
Indeed. Going to be good times. Going to be good times indeed.
See you then. Until next game, peace.